it's Chloe and we're back with another video. This is Married at First Sight season 13, the reunion. And I'm going to say this, okay? The reunion is giving what it's supposed to give. Child, I was sitting there the whole time like, what? Say what? Who? How? Oh, okay. Okay. So y'all, I'm ready to get into this and start unpacking it and go through these couples, because let me tell you something, okay? Mila deserves an Oscar award, okay? All I gotta say is that somebody need to go over there and give that girl her Oscar, because when I say she put on a performance like no other, she put on a performance like no other. And it's at Mila, I'm not here for it, but we're gonna get into it, okay? But before we get into this review, you guys, I need y'all to do me a favor, because I'm trying to hit 5,000, okay? I need 5,000 subscribers. Like, what is going on here, okay? So I need you, if you've been following me this season, to press that subscribe button. Like, stop with the commitment issues and just do it, okay? Just do it. Just do it now. Just do it, okay? And if you are new here and after you watch this review and you're feeling it, okay, go ahead and do that for me too. Press that subscribe button. But in the meantime, in between time, like this video and comment down below, okay? Like I always say, you ain't got to agree with me, but just be respectful in my comments. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, okay? Now let's get into it. Kevin is still in this virtual reality, okay? He's still on the TV screen. Like, Kevin, it's 2021, all right? We already know that you can get tested, get vaccinated, do all that other stuff. Get your behind in the room with these people, okay? I'm tired of watching you on the TV screen. It's not the same. We need you person to person, okay? So we can feel the energy when it's being given, okay? Even though you were trying to give, but not giving, okay? But y'all, let's start with Rachel and Jose. Now, I've been telling y'all that I don't see it for Rachel and Jose, and they're delusional, and they was going to get up there, and they was going to smile, and, do all this, hee, ha, ha, we're perfect in our face. But, child, they didn't do that. So let's get into what they did, okay? Rachel looked cute. I'm not going to hold you her little half up, half down, her little dress or whatever. She was looking cute, okay? So Kevin asked Rachel and Jose, did the experts get it right? Now, of course, Jose got to start over-talking Rachel with his long list of things that he wanted and he got, or whatever the case may be. So he running down his, I wanted this, and I wanted that, and I wanted this, and I wanted that, and she's all of that. And I'm like, Jose, shut up. Nobody asked you for your laundry list. We just asked, did the experts get it right, yes or no? Now, Rachel said that he got personality and looks. And I said, oh, yeah, Rachel was watching it back, but she said, I didn't really care about looks. I just really cared about personality, and he has that. Now she want to go back and backtrack talking about some, I really, he's everything I wanted. He has personality and looks. Okay, Rachel. Okay, go ahead and stroke Jose ego. You said what you said, sis, and we heard you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, okay? So now, y'all know we got to get to the conversation about Jose locking Rachel out, okay? Y'all, I just can't. Like, Jose just owns up to absolutely nothing, okay? Kevin says, now, Jose, you locked Rachel out. You know you locked her out on purpose. Don't even do this. He like, it wasn't my intention. Jose, like, for the life of me, could you just admit that you locked her out? Just do it. Just go ahead and do it, okay? Kevin says, but what you was doing. You locked the door. He's talking about something, oh, it was after 12 o'clock, and I figured if she wasn't here by then, then she wasn't going to be here. So, of course, I locked the door. Jose, shut up. Just shut up, because intentionally you went to lock her out, and that's what you did. Until you can completely own the fact that you locked that girl out intentionally, no one's going to be able to forgive you. I mean, Rachel did, and I don't know why, because you still haven't fully apologized correctly, but that's none of my business, okay? It's none of my business. Rachel then tells us that she did think it was intentional, but he actually thought that she was just going to go stay at one of the other girls' house, okay? Like, since they all live in this building, she was going to have somewhere else to go. So it was kind of like, I'm going to lock her out, but she's not going to be really locked out. She's going to have somewhere to go, but she's just not going to be here. And I'm sitting here like, Rachel, do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself? And this is okay with you? Oh, okay. Then she explained that she got scared at one point and thought she was going to have to sleep in the hallway with her eyes open. I said, not sleep in the hallway with your eyes open, and your husband is in the house right there with the door locked, and now you sitting up here defending him because he thought, or you said he thought you was going to have somewhere to stay. You definitely did have somewhere to stay right at your ex-house, and I hope you bent it over and busted down low, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, and then we get the playback of Jose sitting there, making his steak and his lobster all nonchalantly, and not caring about Rachel saying she don't want to be his wife no more, okay? Because he was like, okay, cool, good, okay, cool, good. I was like, oh, child, that Jose is something else, honey. He's something else. I couldn't be Rachel. I keep trying to tell y'all I could not be Rachel because I would have went hurricane on him a long time ago, okay? And he would have been sitting there calling me crazy like Zach calling Michaela. But that's none of my business, though. That's none of my business because not my relationship. That's her. She happy. She accept the fact that he locked her out intentionally because he thought she had somewhere to go, okay? But she didn't. And she was scared in the hallway thinking she was going to have to, you know, sleep in the hallway with her eyes open, child. Ain't nobody got time for Rachel and Jose to be sitting up here trying to convince us that that situation was what it was and it made them stronger. Child, get out of my face with this foolishness, okay? So then Kevin asked them, like, are y'all still together? What's going on? Y'all still together? So they like, so we broke up, okay? Now, this is the thing that got me when they started going into details as to why they broke up, okay? Rachel said that she was tired of the nitpicking, okay? He was going back and forth with her about unpacking, okay? About where she was going to put her stuff, about how much stuff she got. I said, it's giving very much he kicked you out again. I'm just saying, he nitpicking about how much stuff you got. He nitpicking about you unpacking. I'm just saying, it's giving very much he kicked you out again, sis. Just let us know if that's what happened. Because is that why you packed up your stuff and went to your mama's house? Because ain't no way I'm going to be married to a man, okay, living in a house with a man, and I leave to go to my mama's house. Unless that so-called man kicks you out again, okay? Allegedly, y'all, because this is what it's giving. Because that's definitely what it's giving. So Rachel said that she was over it. She was really done with him, okay? But she was sitting back thinking about the perfect man and what her perfect man looked like. And every time she would describe this man, it would be Jose. And I was like, Jose? And she was like, Jose. And I was like, really? Jose is what? Okay. Okay. So Jose wants to clear up his traveling, okay? He likes to travel. He likes to be extravagant because before they broke up, they was going to Mexico and he wanted to spend what was it? Mad money on a room. I can't even remember the dollar amount, but it was a lot of money on a room. And Rachel was like, no, see, I like to travel a lot, so therefore I go on a budget when I travel. I said, y'all just can't get it right, okay? When he wants to go somewhere, it's too much money being spent. When you want to go somewhere, you can't spend this much money. I can't with these two. They get on my nerve, okay? Now, all of a sudden, Kevin is calling Jose travel daddy. And I was like, ew. Ew, nobody wants to be called ew. Ew. Look at it, got me choking, okay? And Jose was out here, and Rachel was out here having a hot girl summer. We already know that Rachel wanted to have a hot girl summer because she already said as soon as the heat hit, okay, she want to go outside and do ratchet stuff with her friends, okay? Like I kept trying to tell y'all, homegirl want to jump out in the middle of the street, pop, lock, and drop it, okay, and get back in the car and, you know, skirt off like the girls do, okay? I'm just telling you, she wanted to have a hot girl summer, and that's why she broke up with Jose, and now she's sitting back reflecting like, dang, I guess I need to go get cuddled up again because it is definitely cuffing season. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. So now, you know, they are supposedly working on their relationship and getting back together and trying to make this thing work. Is it going to work? Absolutely not, because every summer Rachel's going to want to have a hot girl summer. And Jose is going to constantly complain about her having stuff because he don't want her to have nothing. He just want her to bring her body to his house and that's it. Okay, she can't bring her clothes, she can't bring her shoes, she can't bring her animals, she can't bring nothing. Just bring her. Okay, and so it's not gonna work. It's just not going to work. Okay, we should have known that when she wanted to bring her pencils and he was like, what you need these pencils for? Remember? Okay, we not playing with Jose, and we definitely not playing with Jose with Rachel. But y'all, they working on it. They working. Now it's time for Brett and Ryan. Now I'm gonna say this, Brett, okay? When I saw Brett, I couldn't get that line that Portia said in the Housewives of Atlanta on the reunion where she was telling Eva that her titties were social distancing. I said, ooh, I just need to get some tape and, you know, tape it up. All we need is some good, you know, boob tape. That's all we need. That's all we need, Brett, okay? And you would have been on fire, okay? They said in the chat that you was giving real Poison Ivy vibes, okay? Real Poison Ivy vibes, okay? And it was cute. It was really a cute thing. The red hair, the green. I just wanted these to be like that, you know, just push them up a little bit like that, okay? But overall, I'm not hating on you. You look good, girl. The titties did what titties do, okay? Period. Now, y'all, Ryan's still sitting up there looking sad and depressed behind the eyes. I'm like, I don't know what's up with this man, and I think that's just his resting bitch face, okay? At this point, that just gotta be his resting bitch face, okay? Now, anyway, Kevin sits there and say, we already knew y'all was gonna break up. I said, exactly. We already told you that we didn't need Ryan to actually even come, okay? He could have sent us a post-it and we would have been fine. That said, I want a divorce, okay? We actually could have did without this discussion. discussion, but honey, when we got into the discussion, we definitely got into it. So let's do it. Kevin brings up how during the honeymoon, them two had so much potential, okay? Ryan said, yeah, but that was before real life hit, okay? It was all fun and games when we were just out there having fun, okay? And then we got back over here and was like, I don't even know what's going on. Well, y'all know Ryan was never really feeling Brad anyway, because like Kevin said, Brad, how did it make you feel to constantly hear that you wasn't his type? Brad said, it really didn't make me feel no type of way, really, but nobody wants to hear that all the time. And I was like, exactly, okay? Brad was never Ryan's type from the beginning, okay? He was never into her from the beginning. He was just trying and see what was working, and nothing was working, okay? And that's okay. But what he did was cowardice, okay? Instead of just admitting to this girl how he was feeling, he was sitting there, you know, ignoring her, not doing nothing, not talking to her, okay? So then they decide that they're going to bring out sister, okay? Because, y'all, I don't have time to be going into deep details about no daggone Ryan and Brad, okay? Let's get to what we got to get to, because that's when the drama start happening, okay? So then Kevin asks Ryan's sister, like, do you think you overstepped your boundaries a little bit by saying that Ryan had, you know, a little boo thing? Maybe so he was a little distracted. Maybe he had somebody from the past, okay? Sister was like, no, you know, I kind of do regret saying that. I kind of do, because, you know, I know Ryan, and it just seemed like the Ryan-ish thing to do. And I was like, exactly, because that was what Ryan was doing. Don't try to cover up now because you feel bad for bratting your brother out on national television, okay? That's what you're doing. It's called damage control, because you sat up there in the same breath and then said, flip that SHIT on Brad, and was like, oh, well, I don't really feel bad for Brad because according to, you know, a source or whatever, she was actually dating somebody. And I said, ooh, Brad, you was out here dating? Brad. Now you know that you was married to that man. You should not have been dating the same way he should not have been on that app. Am I mad at you? Absolutely not. Was it right? No, it wasn't right. Not mad at you though. Not mad at you because you got stuck with Ryan. Ryan wasn't showing you no attention, no affection, no love, no nothing, okay? You just, you know, took actions into your own hands. But what I am going to say is that, sis, was you over there throwing it back and busting it wide open for the man that you met, that you supposed to have just gave your number to when you was staying out to 2:30 in the morning? I'm just curious what you was doing when you was staying out to 2:30 in the morning with this friend that you just gave your number to, and it wasn't really nothing, okay? I want the details, because we kind of just went over it, like we didn't go into details about you actually, you know, having a little boyfriend, okay? Ryan said that it doesn't even matter at this point, okay? Because whether this had happened or not, they wouldn't be together regardless, okay? But he do wish that she wouldn't try to call him out on his dating that when she was out there, you know, with old dude from the club. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't call me out, making me look like the bad guy when you was out here doing you too. And I was like, that's what you did, Brad. Okay, what you should have did was told Ryan, like, listen, you got your thing going on, I got my thing going on. We just gonna ride this out to decision day, and we just gonna move on. Because we know we don't want to be together. They knew they didn't want to be together. So it's not a surprise. Ain't nobody mad. They ain't got no bad blood. It's over between them. They friends. Okay, I don't even think they should be friends, but y'all, they want to pound it up and be friends, so it is what it is, okay? Now, y'all, let's move on, okay? Because y'all know we got some stuff to get into, because it is time to start handing out awards, okay? So let's move on to daggone Mila and Gil. Okay, first of all, I just got to address Gil's beard, okay? It's giving real salt and pepper. I was liking it, okay? He got the red bottoms on, okay? He got his bloody shoes on. I said, oh, okay, somebody, you can't tell me Mila ain't rub off on Gil, okay? I don't care what y'all say. When he said, when them guys were sitting down, that Mila pushed him and made him want to be better, he was not playing, okay? Gil came out there to slay, okay? Mila said he done came all the way over. He done came all the way over, okay? Now, y'all, I already knew something was up because the body language really wasn't given, okay? Now, normally, you know, Mila and Gil are like, you know, touching here, laying here, feeling here. It was nothing going on. So it took me a while to, you know, I was just reading the room, okay? I feel like they were sort of matching, but not matching. So it was a little confusing as to whether or not they were still together. But, y'all, we gonna get into it. Let's go. So we get the playback of Mila saying that Gil is everything she ever needed and wanted, okay? And how she's just so happy. She's just so happy, okay? And I was like, oh, isn't that sweet? He is everything you wanted to need. You're just so happy. Oh, okay, cool, okay. So Gil over there talking about how he was okay with taking it slow, okay? Because he knew that if this was going to work and this was going to last, taking it slow is just for the beginning, and they would have forever to take it fast. Okay, he didn't say they'll have forever to take it fast, but y'all know what I mean, okay? They take it slow now, and they'll have the rest of their life to do what they gotta do when they need to do it, okay? Now, anyway, Kevin brings up how Gil will poke fun at Mila, and I say, that's what you call it, Kevin? Poking fun? You mean when he kept calling her names and picking on her? Okay, if that's what you want to call it, cool, no problem, okay? So he was like, I mean, I don't think it was nothing wrong with it. You know, that's just how we play. Come to find out, Mila had a problem with this the whole time, okay? Mila was saying that she just didn't really know how to vocalize it because she ain't never experienced it before. And I was just sitting here like, Mila, cut the BS, because sis got the nerve to be able to complain about every single thing, okay? She could complain about this wall being painted brown, okay? Or champagne, or whatever color y'all want to think this color is, okay? She will complain about that. So you can't sit here and tell me that a man constantly poking fun at you, you don't know how to express how you feel, when you have no problem expressing how you feel. Lie number one, okay? So then Gil tried to explain to her, like, you didn't really know, no one's ever really called you out on it because all the people you hang around are high maintenance. And she like, no, they not. And I'm like, Mila, they definitely are, okay? If you're high maintenance, 9 times out of 10, you run with people who are just like you. So they're not going to point out the fact that you like to spend $20 on a margarita, okay? Because that's what they do. They spend $20 on a margarita when normal people spend $8, okay? So if I'm spending my 8 and you buying your 20, I'm like, oh, she got money. Oh, she got money, okay? Nothing wrong with it, but it's just the reality of the fact. When you hang with people who got the same amount of money and spend the same way you do, they're not going to call you anything other than what you are. But your friend did Gil to FaceTime and say, you know, Gil was cheap. So if your friend could get up there and say that Gil was cheap, she definitely knows that you're high maintenance. Just saying, because remember on the FaceTime she said that. Oh, okay. Okay, so it sounded like lie number 2 to me. Lie number 2. Okay, now we go in there and so we watch all the clips of, you know, Gil putting in his hard work to win Mila over, and how she just complaining about everything and being a Debbie Downer, okay? And she like, well, it was terrible. Like, I didn't want to, you know, no physical touching and stuff like that. I told him this and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you told him everything but what you needed to tell him. But that's not the point yet, okay? That's not the point yet. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So while they sitting there talking, Kevin asked Gil, does he feel like this was worth it? Does he feel like all his hard work was worth it? And then they got the nerve to go to a commercial break. I said, you better come back. Come back, okay? So when we get back, they start going through this whole thing. So when we get back, you know, Gil says that, you know, basically they ain't together. Y'all, unfortunately was the word he used. And when he said unfortunately, I said, well, give it to me. Give it to me, because I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. He said, unfortunately, they're not together no more. She told him 14 days after decision day that she didn't like him. She wasn't attracted to him and she was unhappy. I said 14 days? Sis waited 2 exact weeks to realize that she did not want to be with that man anymore, okay? So she says. So Kevin says, what happened? What happened? Mila says, it was a variety of things, you know? It was just a variety of things, okay? It's financial stability, okay? Sis, if these are your non-negotiables, then why did you say yes on decision day? Since this has always been the conversation between you two, the financial stability. So why did you say yes? Why did you say yes? Okay, let's keep going, okay? So Kevin says, Gil, you got a job, right? Gil was like, yes, I got a job. And I make exactly $100 more than she make every 2 weeks. And I got a good pension. So I don't know what she talking about. Mila looked at him like, boy, bye, you know you don't make no $100 more than me every 2 weeks. Now, Gil, because it's a lie. It's a lie, because we remember when you was talking to your mama that you said that she makes 2 times more than you. So now all of a sudden you make $100 more than her paycheck. So like, did you get a new job we don't know about? Did you get a new job we don't know about? Because if you got a new job, then I understand. But it's looking like it's a lie. It's definitely looking like it's a lie. And Mila wasn't going to call you out on it because she ain't got time nor energy to be fighting with you over your $100 more than she makes, child. Anyway, so Kevin said to Mila, like, was it not enough then? Was his extra $100 not enough? And Mila said, it's not even about the money. It's not even about the money, okay? She said, I was initially not attracted to him. from the beginning. And like, it just never really, you know, came. It just never really came. So I'm sitting here confused. Because even Kevin was like, then what about when you was talking to Dr. Pepper and you had those 25-cent margaritas? What happened then? Okay, remember you was sitting there crying and you was just saying like how like this is the best thing that ever could have happened. You never thought you could be this happy in a marriage, how he is everything you wanted and more. Okay, remember you was doing all of that. So what happened? What happened, sis? How are you not attracted to someone that you sat up there and was all touchy-feely on? How are you not attracted to someone that you sat up there and had sex with? You said to yourself when your friend asked you about his head, and I thought she was asking about his head when it was really his head. Remember that? And you said that you're not focusing on that, okay? You're not focusing on that. So now all of a sudden, it's a problem. Now, all of a sudden, you're not as happy as you have ever been in your whole entire life. Now, all of a sudden, you was never attracted to him. Child, miss me with the BS. And what lie were you on, number 3? Number 3 or 4? Child, because they adding up. They adding up at this point, okay? We got 1 lie for Gil and about 3 or 4 for Mila. I'm just saying. So then, you know, Gil was like, listen, I'm not even upset with the fact of her not being attracted to me because, of course, everybody not going to be attracted to everybody. It is what it is. But my thing is that I went and I sold all my stuff. All I had was my blender, my clothes, and my dog, okay? That's all I had when we moved into this apartment together, okay? And for her to tell me 14 days later that she is not attracted to me, she's not happy, she don't want to be with me, is some bull. S-H-I-T. He ain't say all that, but that's what he should have said because that's what he wanted to say. And I'm going to say it for him. It's BS. Because, Millie, you knew that you had your non-negotiables. You knew that you was not going to be happy. You knew that you did not want to be in a relationship with this man. And yet and still, you sat here and you say yes on decision day when that is the sole purpose of decision day. So that you can walk away clean, okay? You don't wait till 14 days after this man done moved out of his apartment and all this other stuff. When y'all was living together and he asked you about, you know, renewing his lease and all this other stuff, and you was sitting here talking about, oh, my husband found an apartment for us. And I trust him. Remember all of that? So then you get into this apartment and then 14 days later after decision day, you then decide to tell him that you don't want to be with him no more. You're not attracted to him and you're not happy and you want to hit us with these BS excuses, sis. I'm not buying it. If you came to play a game, you played it well. Then Mila wants to sit there and say that she did what was best for you. I did what was best for him. You could tell he wasn't happy. I say he probably wasn't happy because you was always complaining and you was always being a Debbie Downer. You was always nitpicking and being a negative Nancy. Probably why he was unhappy, okay? But he was still willing to deal with you and I don't know what for what. I don't know what for, okay? But anyway, so she did what was best for both of them because she wants to see him happy and he obviously wasn't happy with her. Miss me with the BS, that's all I'm going to say. Kevin asked Mila, like, listen, was you ever in love with Gil? Was you ever in love with him? And she was like, no. No, and I made that very clear. And I was sitting here like, sis, didn't you sit there at the dinner talking about something you choose to love your husband? Didn't you sit there and tell them that you was really, you know, choosing to love him? Okay, you was choosing to love him and all this other stuff. Like, girl, miss me with the BS, okay? I'm not about to sit here and play these games with you, Mila, okay? But anyway, Kevin then asked Gil, like, listen, do you still love her? He like, of course I still love her. Of course I still want to be with her. And then Kevin just hit him with the straight up, she don't want you, bro. She don't want you. I said, well, dang, Kevin. Chill out, bro. You really came to give stuff that wasn't supposed to be given, okay? The stuff we needed you to give, you didn't want to give. But the stuff that we don't want, you want to be out here just giving it out. You ain't got to tell that man like that to his face like that, okay? He knows she don't want him when she told him that she wasn't happy and she wasn't attracted to him. He know that, okay? But y'all, Mila done messed up Gil so bad that this man had to go to therapy. Okay, he's in therapy right now. He hasn't even really begun healing. I just felt so bad because for what, Mila? For what? What did you gain from this? Because even if you wanted to get back at the experts for matching you with someone you totally did not like or wasn't attracted to, didn't want to be with, why did you have to play with his feelings? Not saying that the way he treated you through the whole thing was absolutely right because we already know. We got on Gil episode after episode for coming down on you so hard. But sis, if you knew that you did not want to be with him, why sit up there and fake these tears, okay? Why sit up there and fake this happiness? Why sit up there and fake all these emotions and all this other stuff just to tell this man yes on decision day and to break up with him 14 days later? Because it's not making sense. So I need you to help me make sense of this. Okay, y'all, I just was sitting here like, wow. So then when he went and asked her, how was she, you know, how does she feel now and things like that? She was like, I'm good. Life goes on. Like, it is what it is. And I said, woo, she cold-blooded. Cold-blooded, gives no F's whatsoever, okay? But we already know that about Mila. And that's one of the things that we appreciate about her. But I thought that she would be real enough, honest enough to say what she felt instead of sitting there lying on national television and making this man feel like she was in love with him and they really was going to have a relationship. Get out of my face, okay? So now we get all the guys to come out and have a conversation, and I hate when they do stuff like this, like break it up. Like, why y'all breaking up? Why not just do all the couples, do all the men, do all the girls, and then, you know, whatever y'all want to have at the end. But why we gotta break it up in the middle of the couples, okay? Like, why? Okay, so now we sit down and we find out that all the guys actually like each other. I say it sounds like a lot of me, but if y'all say y'all all actually like each other, go with it, okay? Because I got a feeling that Johnny don't actually like a Gil, and I'm just gonna say that, and that is what it is, okay? And Ryan, we know you don't like nobody, so I don't even know why you say this outside. We really do all like each other. No, you don't. No, you don't, okay? Only people who like each other is Jose and Johnny. Jose and Johnny, they actually like each other, okay? Now, anyway, we get the footage of Gil working that pole. I said not working on a pole. He was like getting it, okay? He was really getting it. Getting it so much he ripped his pants, but that's okay, okay? Y'all know Gil thighs are super thick. Y'all was like, that man is thick. Okay, he's thick. This girls who pay for those thighs, child. Okay, but anyway, so then we get all the footage of how sensitive Zach and Johnny are. Okay, how they always crying and having attitudes and just being, you know, prima donnas. Okay, you know, it's just so sensitive. Okay, everything's bothering them and their feelings, and they wanted this really bad, and they just can't believe that this is happening to them. Okay, we get all of that scene, y'all. It was hilarious. And I was just sitting here like, I don't know why they put this montage together and why they thought we needed it, but after I watched it, we needed it. We definitely needed it. Okay? So Kevin asked Zach how did he feel about the montage of them crying and being sensitive. He said he was happy that he was able to be vulnerable and sensitive. And I said, if you happy, I'm happy, okay? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, but y'all was a little excessive. That's all I'm saying, just a little bit excessive, but if it works for you, it works for you, okay? So then Johnny starts talking, y'all, and I don't know what Johnny said because every time Johnny talks, I say shut up. Every time Johnny talks, all I can think to myself is shut up, Johnny. Johnny, shut up. Johnny, you talking? Shut up. I feel like how, you know, I feel like how when, you know, Mia tried to say something to Wendy and Wendy turned to me and was like, are you talking? Shut up. That's what I feel. Like, just shut up, Johnny. Shut up, okay? Then we talk about Ryan leaving for his reset, okay? I was like, child, all these men get to leave for their reset. All these men get to bounce when they need to bounce, okay? And Kevin said to Gil, you're the only one who never left, but should you have? And I said he probably should have left and got a reset like everybody else, okay? And then he probably could have stood back and really see what she was doing to him when she was manipulating him, because that's what it was manipulation, okay? Gil said no because, you know, he really wanted to put in his effort. There were times that he felt like leaving, but he really wanted to make this work, and in a marriage you just can't get up and leave. So he was being there and he was going to be patient with her. Then Kevin was like talking about patience. Okay, we realized, Gil, you got a lot of patience. Then they play all the clips of, you know, Mila being a Debbie Downer and a negative Nancy, okay? And all the guys sitting there after that talking about, oh my God, I welcome that energy. Oh my God, I can deal with that. Zach and over there and Johnny over there. Like, shut up. Both of y'all shut up. Both of y'all shut up. Okay? Because no. Like, no. Y'all, these men work on my nerves so bad. Like, watching this scene just made me sit there like, just shut up. Everybody, you shut up, Zach, because we don't know what you're saying at the time. We trying to make sense of what you're talking about, and it don't make sense, so you shut up, okay? And Johnny, we don't even like you. We don't even want to see your face, so you shut up. And Ryan, we really just don't see it for you whatsoever, so I don't even know why you're here. We told you we would deal with a post-it from you, so shut up, okay? Don't get me started on Jose locking people out, and then it sounded like he kicked her out again, so you shut up too, Jose. Okay, only person I'm allowing to talk right now is Gil, and that's because he got played. And he got played bad. Really bad. Child. Married at First Sight is like a soap opera out here, okay? Now, anyway, Kevin asked them, were they surprised that, you know, Gil and Mila broke up? And, you know, Zach talking about something. We was rooting for them. I was rooting for them, okay? I'm like, Zach, shut up. Okay, Jose says he was surprised. Jose said he was really surprised. And Johnny was like, apparently I know Mila very well. And you know, I was shocked. I was like, apparently you do know Mila very well. But shocked you was, or wasn't you? Whatever, okay? So then Zach then Kevin brings up, you know, did Zach, you know, learn anything? Or did he change his list of things that he expected in a woman? Zach sits there and tried to explain to us that, you know, he has made changes to his list, okay? Because he realized that women are not perfect and no one is perfect and he will never find that perfect woman. But did he word it like that? Absolutely no. So it took me a while to try to figure it out so I could and then break it down to y'all. And that's basically what he said. That was basically what he said, okay? So then Dr. Gill put on his suit and he was ready to do what Dr. Gill do, okay? So then he wanted to sit there and explain to Zach, you know, how marriage works, okay? And give his insight on Michaela and Zach. I said, Gil, this ain't the time, bro. We don't need your advice right now because your advice got you where you at, son. We're gonna take a break, okay? We're gonna take a reset. It's time for you to do your reset. Find out that Mila and Rachel are supposedly like besties, okay? Because according to Jose, Mila liked it better when she was single, okay? And then on top of that, Johnny is out here giving pointers to Jose on how to get Rachel back because he's just cool with everybody, okay? He know everybody the best. Apparently, he know Mila the best and Rachel the best. I said, something ain't right about that Johnny, y'all. Y'all say what y'all want, but something ain't right about him. He's sneaky, and I don't trust him. Not at all. Not at all. So then we get to watch Johnny and Jose's bromance, okay, y'all? It was hilarious watching it. I was like, they love each other more than they love their spouses. You can't convince me anything other, okay? They actually, like, they love each other. And, like, for real. They love each other. Okay? They hit it off right from the jump. Who was it that said that? I think it was Johnny said he would definitely date Jose if he could. I don't know, but you could if you want to. You know you could. I'm just saying. Okay. Let me move on. So now it's time to talk to Michaela and Zach. Well, Michaela at this point, because Kevin said that Michaela don't want to share the couch with Zach. I say, yo, this girl. Like, we can't never just have a regular, schmegular, degular scene with Michaela and Zach, no matter what, okay? But no, we got to get Michaela being dramatic and extra, and she don't want to sit next to Zach and talk with Zach and nothing with Zach, okay? So then Kevin was like, dang, Michaela, was it that bad that you don't want to share a couch with him? And she was like, I'm not going to say that it was just that bad, but what I am going to say is that, you know, I just want to be able to protect my energy, and I want to be able to say what I got to say without being interrupted. And that's just that on that, okay? Then Kevin brings up how Zach was stuck on her knee-jerk reactions, and then, of course, we get all the playbacks of her being crazy, okay? We got the playbacks of her, you know, slamming the Clorox wipes down. We got the playback of her flipping over that bench, okay? We got the playbacks of her fighting off bugs. You know, we got all of that, okay? So Michaela comes back, and she says, you know what? Like, he was absolutely right. I definitely needed to work on my reactions, on how I handle myself, and, you know, it wasn't right, and I'm working on those things, okay? So then Kevin asked her how she felt about Zach's behavior, and I was like, exactly. How did you feel about him gaslighting you every chance he got, okay? She says that it was the lack of forgiveness and the lack of grace and the lack of compassion for her that he had, okay? And I could understand that because for her, she was really, really trying in her best to not do that, but she felt as if he was waiting for her to react this way. And I felt as though he was doing things to see if she would act this way, okay? Like, he was testing her. We had this conversation previously in a lot of reviews that he did things intentionally to see if he could get a reaction out of her or to see if she had really changed. And she felt it. She definitely felt it. So we wasn't going crazy, y'all. We wasn't going crazy. So then we get to see the roller coaster of their relationship, you know, the makeup, the breakup, the makeup, the breakup, the makeup, the breakup. And basically, watching the clip show, I realized that Zach was doing all the making up and breaking up, okay? He was the one constantly breaking up, and then he was constantly wanting to make up, okay? I don't want to sleep in the same bed with you tonight, and then 2 days later, he wanted to sleep in the same bed with her tonight. Like, come on, Zach, make up your mind. You were playing this girl the whole season. It is what it is, okay? So then Michaela basically, you know, tries to explain that she thinks that they both had a part in the, you know, in their relationship going down the hill, okay? She said, but she does know that she needs to change her behavior. They bring out the sister. And I was just like, for what? We don't need her. Like, she's part of the cast now? Okay, but anyway, bring out Sis. And Sis said that one of the problems that they have is that they both want to be right. And, like, can we just figure out if being right is more important than being married? I said, at this point, that's what it seemed like, okay? So then Kevin asked Michaela, does she think Zach was playing with her emotions? And Michaela says, absolutely. Zach in the back talks, oh, come on. I said, Zach, Zach, now you know you was playing with that girl emotions. When Michaela sat there and said to Dr. Pepper that she has accepted the fact that you don't want to be with her. She has accepted the fact that this marriage is over. She has accepted that fact and she's ready to move on. You sat there and you begged her and you told her, laugh at me, look at me, we going to lunch, we going to hang out. You don't remember that? Playing with her emotions just to tell her you don't want to be with her. Remember when y'all was sitting there talking about how y'all was going to say no on decision day? You definitely said you was going to say no on decision day. Then got mad because she was like, why would I sleep in the same bed with you if you going to say no on decision day? What's wrong with you, Zach? What's wrong with you? So, of course, she was confused because you did nothing but play back and forth in her face. When she was ready to go, when she had accepted the fact that this relationship was over and you just knew that she would never change and she is who she is and you was done with this, okay? She accepted it and was ready to move on. You sat on that couch and played those mind games with her. You then wanted to take her out, okay? You then wanted to go eat lunch. You then wanted to share a bed. So don't sit here and say that it was all her, and you didn't play with her emotions because you definitely did. You confused the crap out of her every chance you got, just like you did on decision day when you sat there and you cried and you told her she's amazing, the amazing woman next to your mother, how everything you went through was worth it and how and how everything you went through was worth it, then turn around and say you want a divorce. Child, you have done nothing but confuse all of us the whole season. Anyway, okay, so now she brings up their 1 month anniversary and how on their 1 month anniversary, they were, kissing, touching, and other stuff. Now, first I was like, what the heck is other stuff, okay? So then she said afterwards, Zach told her, you better not tell nobody we did that or I'm going to deny it. So she was like, why would I tell anybody we did that? So now I'm thinking like, what y'all do? Okay, now Miss Polite was in the comment, girl, I saw you, and you was like, they did something real freaky that he don't want nobody to know they did. I said, right, it sounded like he was in there eating the booty like groceries. But that's what I'm saying. Anyway, okay, I don't know why it was other. What is these other things? And why we can't tell nobody we did that? Because last time I checked, y'all was married and having sex is what married people do, okay? But anyway, she said that Zach said he would deny it. Zach was like, oh, so this is why she wanted to do this separate. This is why she wanted to do this separate. Okay, I got it now. Y'all, I was sitting here like, child, they so dramatic, but get into it. Let's go, okay? So then Kevin was like, but come on now, Michaela, because I heard that you moved in with him afterwards. And Michaela was like, yeah, I did. And we was doing everything that married people do, okay? I was cooking, I was cleaning, and I was having sex with him. So I was like, oh, so she can say sex. So then what was the other when you said y'all was kissing, touching, and other? Okay, what was that? Because you could say sex. Okay, never mind. Anyway, okay, she said you have to have a key to get into his, real fancy apartment. So I was there because he invited me there, but he made it seem like he was helping me out, doing me a favor, okay? And I was mooching off of him when that wasn't the case. It was very much us being married, living together, okay? Zach was in the back like, no. I was like, no, what? What, is it the truth or is it a lie? It's sounding real truthish to me. I'm just saying, y'all. It's sounding real. It's giving the truth. Okay, so then Michaela leaves, okay, and her sister leave, and I was like, okay, cool, bye y'all, bye, because we need to hear what Zach got to say. Okay, so that came out. Zach said that he was excited to see Michaela, and I said, of course you would be excited to see Michaela because you told Michaela that you only want to be cordial around her, around other people. So of course you're gonna act like you're excited to see her today. Okay, then Kevin asked Zach, when does he feel things went wrong? And Zach was like, well, I feel like, it was the first time she moved out. Like, the incident wasn't even that big of a deal. And I just kept thinking, like, if we had kids, would she walk out on our kids? Zach, no. No. But like I said, Zach never makes sense when he be talking. That was a bad analogy, okay? You thought she would walk out on your kids because she walked out? Okay, never mind. Anyway, so then they start talking about the couples retreat and how she was acting at the couple retreat and how he felt at the couple retreat. And he was saying he really just wanted to go home. He ain't never been in that situation before. He didn't know how to be in that situation. And he wanted to remove himself from that situation. And nobody was mad at Zach for that because Michaela was wilding at the couple couple retreat, okay? Next starts, you know, going into his emotional state, okay? And when he get in his emotional state, he starts to make it seem like, you know, she just wants to make it seem like it's all my fault, like everything's my fault. Zach, why can't you just take responsibility for the part you play in this marriage, okay? Being a failure. Michaela somewhat owns her part, okay? She knows what she did wrong, whether she changes it or not. Who knows? But at least she accepts the fact that she did do what she did, okay? But you to sit here and act like you did absolutely nothing in this relationship wrong is what bothers me the most, okay? You definitely had a part to play in the foolishness, okay? Okay. Now, then he sits there and says, I don't know why she wants to make it seem like I'm out to make her the bad person when that's not what I'm really trying to do, okay? He talks about, then he states that this is the worst relationship he has ever been in. And then I'm sitting here like, so then why are you so excited to see this girl? If this is the worst relationship you have ever been with, why were you so excited to see her and be able to talk to her? Because you like to play the mind games that you've been playing the whole time, okay? Then we start talking about how he confused her and how he led her on. And he don't think he did any of that. So then Kevin brings up the decision day, like, sir, remember all that stuff that you were saying about her? And then you turned around and said you wanted a divorce. And then he was like, yeah, but what I was trying to say was that I wanted to divorce, but I wanted to work on it. But I didn't want to work on it because I wanted a divorce. And Kevin was like, sir, make it make sense because it's not making sense. And I was like, exactly, Kevin. Kevin, you get me. You get me. It's not making sense. What Kevin wanted Zach to say was that, Zach, you wanted a divorce, period. Stop with the but we could be friends, but we could work on it, but all this other stuff. Just be man enough and say, I want a divorce. I want a divorce. Child, I'm just sitting here like, Zach, you giving very much lying. Giving me lying the whole time. And for y'all, he sat there and said that he didn't have sex with Michaela on their month anniversary. He definitely didn't have sex with her. He definitely didn't kiss her. Zach, sit here and play with me if you want to play with me, but what you... Zach, don't sit up here and play in my face, okay? You most definitely had sex with Michaela. So you mean to tell me that you went and got a whole... Hold on, because he said they didn't celebrate their honeymoon, so he wanted to do something special. That's what he said. Remember, he said that he went and got a hotel room, and he had the flowers, and he had the candles, okay? And he gave her, what was it, the bracelet or the necklace? Y'all remember that, okay? And you mean to tell me he did all of that, and they didn't do it? Okay, they didn't do it. And remember, we got the clip of them going to eat, you know, what was that, a late night dinner, early breakfast, okay? Because they were tired at like 3-something in the morning. Child, don't sit here and tell me that you didn't kiss her. And definitely don't sit here and tell me that you didn't have sex with her, because I'm not buying it, Zach. This is the same Zach that was on the internet trying to convince us that he only had sex with Michaela one time. The same Zach that was sitting there telling Michaela, listen, we gonna sleep in the same bed tonight because we always have fun when we sleep in the same bed. Oh, okay. Okay. Something's wrong with him. Y'all want to sit there and focus on Michaela and not focus on Zach. They both got issues. Both of them. Both of them, both of them, okay? Meanwhile, Michaela is getting upset because she's like, yo, he really gonna sit here trying to say we ain't had sex? Like, for real, okay? So then, you know, Kevin was like, this isn't making no sense. I really need to bring out Michaela. And Zach was like, no, don't bring out Michaela. Don't bring out Michaela, okay? She wanted to sit separate. She wanted to do this separate, so don't bring her out, okay? So then Michaela started coming out. He was like, Michaela wanted to talk to me. Tell Michaela to unblock me. I said, okay, so Michaela did block you, Zach. She did block you. She is trying to get away from your crazy behind, okay? So then Michaela comes out, sitting on the couch. He's like, I'm not doing this. She got the time to talk. She got the time to talk about herself, so I need the time to talk about myself. And then he gets off and walk off. And y'all, I can't wait for part 2. All I'm saying. So yeah, I'm ready for next week, part 2, okay? Because part 2 seemed like we about to get into some stuff, child. I just need to know if Mila and Johnny are really a thing or not, okay? Because the way Gil got up and walked off, child, I wanted to fight both of them for him. I'm just saying. But y'all, I'll be back next week. See y'all in the live open chat, and we will have our Married at First Sight live either Monday or Tuesday. With all that being said, don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and you guys please subscribe because we're on the road to 5,000. Peace.